Okay then, Phil, what's your assessment of this point tonight?
After the first 5 minutes, I thought it's a great point. I was a little bit nervous going into the game because of the pitch. We've never played on a pitch like this for a long time. You know, it's a lovely condition. I haven't had any football on it for about 2 or 3 weeks. But it's one of them pitches. I don't know if you've ever played at places like Highbury and some of the greater pitches. They've got something about the pace of the pitch, you know. And I thought it caught us out at the start of the game. It caught us out with the first touch or the second touch. Consequently, when we got to grips with it, we got to grips with them. But to go one behind in the early stages, them attacking their end, and good crowd tonight, good atmosphere, everything about it, you're put on the back burner, put on the back foot by the league leaders, as it were. But we showed a lot of character tonight, and I think when we started to get grips with the midfield more than anything else, they played a system that gave them a numerical advantage in the middle of the park. We changed a couple of things around, which we said we were going to do if we were under the cosh. And the changes made such a big difference. I thought, you can mention heroes and people that have been playing tonight. There's quite a few of them out there, but you know, bottom line is for to have the proverbials to get back into the game, equalise, and then push on. I thought we had opportunities, but second half, I was a little bit disillusioned by 1 or 2 decisions that were going against us, that were inviting Chester to throw the ball into our penalty box. And when you do that at any level, you know, you've got to be able to defend the first ball and the second ball. And sometimes at this level, you get away with a nudge or a clash of heads or whatever, and something spills and it's in the back of the net. So we were overlooked to a certain extent in our own penalty box, but I thought we had enough to get a point. So we respected the point in the end. Yeah. But bottom line is we had opportunities, I thought, to maybe win this game, you know.
How disappointing was it to fall behind as early as you did because of what happened on Saturday as well? In commentary, I was immediately the words Chorley repeating itself came to my head.
Chorley, set pieces, again it becomes a little bit of a plague once you start talking about set pieces. Next thing you know, you're conceding from every angle, and it's always a set piece. I think we've just got to put it to bed. You know, set pieces are a massive part of the game. But the equalising part for me is that if we concede from set pieces, we've got to put our head in for set pieces. And it's something that I've tried to stress to the individuals. You know, you're talking about the centre halves, they're normally the ones that have got the height advantage or the inches, shall we say, at set pieces. But we've got to be a little bit more clinical and a little bit better quality with the service and supply into the penalty box and commit to whatever's coming in there. Seems like everybody else seems to be doing it to us. You know, we've got to put the shoe on the other foot and try and do it to the opposition. It will play a big part between now and the end of the season, there's no doubt about it. But what we showed today in terms of character, I thought the supporters were fantastic. You know, the away support on a Tuesday night, coming all this way, it took us 3 or 4 hours to get up here. It's fantastic to see. We know we've got a decent club, we know we've got decent support. We've just got to give them something back, and I think we did. And
you worked your way back into it, the equaliser. Different sort of goal maybe that Harriers have scored of late. Harriers don't score many scrappy goals, I don't think, and it is that man again, Ashley Hemmings, but it's probably something you've been calling for, that sort of fox in the box, that awareness in the box to put it in the back of the net.
It's crazy that people are asking for us to sign a goal scorer, and we've got a striker that's playing alongside Amari Morgan-Smith, who takes a hell of a lot of stick. He takes a lot of what I call the battering ram, you know, in the back from the centre half. So we're physical at this level, and everybody's got a divine right to go and head the ball, and Amari comes up against that week in and week out, but the spills go to the people who score the beautiful goals, and like you say, Hemo is normally one that does score the spectacular beautiful goal. Tonight was a scrappy goal, but it was his 16th of the season. I mean, come on, we've got goals in the team, we know that, but we've also got character in the team, you know, and we need to show that character again at Alfreton on Saturday.
Yeah, what was the message at half time, because it was a bright start for you in that second half?
It was quite simple, you know. It was get to grips with this pitch first and foremost. You know, don't have any more than 2 touches because they'll give the opposition chance. And I don't think we actually found the second pass, not the first one. We got the ball back, we regained possession. We didn't find that first pass, second pass, and I think that would have maybe extended the game or spread the game a little bit further wide. We know that I know where Callum's concerned. He likes to change systems and this, that, and the other, but it was all about the battle tonight. And I think that's what we did. We battled in the second half and showed a lot of character, and that was really the message.
Yeah, it felt more eventful that second half, despite there being no goals.
Again, you're looking at sometimes the standard of some of the decisions, and I'm not here to bemoan the referee or anything like that, but it sums it up at the end. You know, 95 minutes on the clock. and we have a corner, and it's our first corner of the game, and he blows up full time. I mean, how clinical is that, to say the least? But listen, we'll ride the storm with regards to how we are. We're not in a rich vein of form at the moment, but we're showing enough character to be in the next rich vein of form, and hopefully that'll come on Saturday.
And how pleased were you defensively? I know you spoke on Saturday about wanting it. Surely wanted it more, didn't they? It felt today like you got that response from your back line.
I think so. I was doing an hour. I didn't name the team until probably about 4:45 today, when we had a pre-match meal, and that's a rarity for me. I normally like to work my team, especially if there's a change of system or change of personnel. We made 3 changes from Saturday. I thought that brought a little bit more quality to the team, in as much that Jim Kellerman, he needs a run of games. David Davies needs a run of games, but I've got such competition for places in the middle of the park. Brownlee's having a decent season. Got Riley Reynolds on loan from Notts County, and it's the competition for me is the key to any kind of success that we're going to have. But Rhys Devine coming in and starting again, I think he showed a pair, as they say. Maz Kuya back in the side, and Jim Kellerman. They were the 3 changes, and I thought it was enough to get something from the game. But as I say, this competition for paces makes me great, and it's a fantastic job. It doesn't matter what level you're playing at or what level you're managing at, and long may that continue. Yeah,
and arguably I know it's a big conversation topic amongst the fans, that competition for places up front. Obviously Amari and Ash are playing pretty much every minute, aren't they, at the moment? Ahead of Saturday, is there likely to be any incomings? Are you looking, or are you happy at the moment with what you have?
No, we're still on the lookout, as long as that window stays open. I used to always say that when the window closed, you can relax a wee bit, but that window's open all the way through. But that means players can leave as well. It's not a case of just bringing players in. But I think the competition for places extends down to Topi, Obadei, Seb Thompson, who weren't even on the bench. Charlie Lutz was brought in from Aston Villa, who is not necessarily a number 9, but he can play in one of them 3 positions behind the number 9. So you haven't really got a replacement for Amari Morgan-Smith, who takes the hits, and I'll repeat myself until this guy gets knocked down and doesn't get back up. Fortunately for me, that's not been the case, and so long as he keeps taking the hits, Hemos keeps getting the goals, Maz keeps creating, the rest of them might have to sit on the backsides until we can start them. But the competition is all over the park. Yes, we're still looking. Yes, I do want to have competition for Amari Morgan-Smith, but you name one. There's not that many about.
And Topi and Seb, they okay? It's just a selection issue with them not being involved?
16, you're going to have 5. We had an 18-man squad on Saturday, we had an 18-man squad again today, then with the 2 that missed out. It's not personal, it's nothing like that, it's just competition for places. They'll get the opportunities, there's no doubt in my mind. It's just as long as they stay with us and stay focused on putting pressure on the players on the field of play, because they are making players play, and that's the main part where focus is concerned. I was listening to the Villa Spurs game, and afterwards people were talking about healthy competition. Now, there's a difference between competition and healthy competition, and at the moment I think ours is healthy.
And a few days now till Saturday. Alfreton, a very different proposition than playing the league leaders away from home. It's still going to be very, very tough, though.
We owe Alfreton one, and I don't mean that I'm harbouring any thoughts that we need to win the game or anything like that, but Alfreton came to our place and absolutely killed the game as a spectacle, and not many teams have done that. And I know Billy quite well, and Billy makes no, he's not hiding any facts at all. He slows the game down, he plays for long throws, he plays for free kicks, and he's got people that can put the ball in the back of the net from them. That's his game plan, end of story. We've got to be better than that. So we owe them one for what they did to us when they came to Agborough. They beat us 1-0. That's still in my throat, as it were, as I'm speaking to you now. So we'll go there and do a preparation for the game. It'll be a different tactic from today for sure, and it'll probably be different personnel as well, because it's been a fair old game tonight, in terms of the physicality side of things, and apart from the technical side of things, we've got to go to Alfreton and then Marine. So we're travelling, for sure. We've got to pick points up on the route.